Alright, Shalom. Kol Halo Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, the great millstone, who told me the truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, to our Pariyah from the Providence, Rhode Island camp. And I'm going to be going into a few scriptures just to show the importance of the prophets, alright, the men whom Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai has risen up in these last days, okay, to spread this message to the hopeful elect and to the rest of the world, man. Alright, so this is Numbers chapter 12, and I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, "And Miriam and Aaron spoke against Moses because of the Ethiopian woman whom he had married, for he had married an Ethiopian woman." Alright, Miriam and Aaron are, brother and sister of Moses. It says, "And they said, Has the Lord indeed spoken only by Moses? Has he not spoken also by us? And the Lord heard it." Now, the man Moses was very meek above all the men which were upon the face of the earth, and that applies to all the hopeful elect men that are on the highways and byways, proclaiming the names of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai in spirit and in truth. Alright? This is how Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai looks at those men. How else does he look at those men? Let's read, we'll read in the book of Job as well, because Job represents the elect. This is Job chapter 1 and verse 8. Says, and the Lord said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man, one that feareth the Most High and escheweth evil. Alright, so Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, alright, he feels as though as the men that he raises up is perfect in the spirit, man. Alright, so let's go back. Numbers 12 and verse 4 says, "And the Lord spake suddenly unto Moses, and unto Aaron, and unto Miriam, Come out ye three unto the tabernacle of the congregation. And they three came out. And the Lord came down in the pillar of the cloud, and stood in the door of the tabernacle, and called Aaron and Miriam, and they both came forth. And he said, Hear now my words. If there be a prophet among you, I, the Lord, will make myself known unto him in a vision, and will speak unto him in a dream." Right? That's how Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai would reveal things to these prophets, as you read in the scriptures. You mean in most cases how these prophets would receive a vision, a dream, fall into a trance, things of that nature. But Moses was different, right? It says in verse 7, "My servant Moses is not so, who is faithful in all mine house. With him will I speak mouth to mouth, even apparently, and not in dark speeches. In the similitude of the Lord shall he behold. Wherefore then were ye not afraid to speak against my servant Moses?" Right? So Yahweh was letting Miriam and Aaron know, like, look, this is the man I'm directly dealing with here. How are you not afraid of speaking against him? And that's literally what the people out here in this world that mock and that scoff, whether they're family, friends, randoms, they do not consider this. They do not consider how they look at the prophets, alright? How they are the same ones that are come back in the reincarnation to prophesy the downfall of the wicked kingdom, alright? I'm going to read it again, alright? It says, verse 6, verse 8, Salakia. "With him will I speak mouth to mouth, even apparently, and not in dark speeches. And the similitude of the Lord shall he behold. Wherefore then were ye not afraid to speak against my servant Moses? And the anger of the Lord was kindled against them, and he departed." So just think about it. Miriam and Aaron here would just represent the mockers and the scoffers out in the world. Okay? Now, later on in this chapter, all right, Miriam and Aaron, all right, they felt sorrowful after what had been done. Okay. In fact, let's just read about what had ended up happening. It says in verse 10, and the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow. And Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous. So she went from being a melanated woman to having lost pigment. So she was looking like the so-called white man Esau Edom in that time, and that was a crazy sight for Aaron to see right there, no? Verse 11 says, and Aaron said unto Moses, alas, my Lord, I beseech thee, lay not the sin upon us wherein we have done foolishly, and wherein we have sinned. So the Heavenly Father used Miriam as an example. Like, look, you want to play with my servant, this is going to happen to you. Okay? And here you see, we just read how Aaron, he's pleading, begging for mercy. Okay? And it's and that's the difference, because that's the difference between the story with Aaron and Miriam, you know, and the rest of these people out here in this world. They're not begging the Most High for forgiveness after talking recklessly to the prophets. They're not doing so. Therefore, they're going to receive a far greater punishment. And it's only right. It's only right. What else can you do to somebody that literally has no care in the world of their actions? You know? All you can do is burn them up. You can burn them or feed them to the dogs. Feed them to the lions. Throw a bunch of swords on them. You know what I'm saying? This is what the Heavenly Father is going to put upon the majority of these people. And Lord willing, all right? Lord willing, myself and the rest of the brethren on the highways and byways are of that number to laugh at the calamity of these damn demons out here, man. All right? I'm going to read verse 11 again. And Aaron said unto Moses, alas, my Lord, I beseech thee, lay not the sin upon us wherein we have done foolishly, and wherein we have sinned. Let her not be as one dead, of whom the flesh is half consumed, when he cometh out of his mother's womb. And Moses cried unto the Lord, saying, heal her now, O God, I beseech thee. So Moses, being a merciful man, because he was likened unto the Most High, all right? Because the Most High is merciful too. You know? Shit. Hence why he sent his only begotten son to die for the nation of Israel. Says verse 14, and the Lord said unto Moses, if her father had but spit in her face, should she not be ashamed 7 days? Let her be shut out from the camp 7 days, and after that let her be received in again. And Miriam was shut out from the camp 7 days, and the people journeyed not till Miriam was brought in again. And afterward the people removed from Hazareth and pitched in the wilderness of Paran. So Miriam's punishment was what? Losing her pigment and being shut out from the camp for 7 days. All right, so let me grab another quick precept. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 18, and verse 6. But whoso shall offend one of these little ones, which believe in me, it were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, and that he were drowned in the depth of the sea. This is red lettering here. All right, this is red lettering. That means that is Yahweh Shai speaking. So he said, whoso shall offend one of these little ones, which believe in me. So, you know, you being a believer in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, you know what I'm saying? That's big, man. That's big. That means Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, he look at you you know, as one of his little ones. As one of his. It says, it were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck and that he were drowned in the depth of the sea. So it's not looking good for a lot of these cats out here that want to talk shit, that want to talk hot mess about the prophets of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. Alright? Or the believers. Or even just the believers. You know? Which the prophets are believers, so they fall into that category. Alright? This is the book of John, verse 15 and 22. If I had not come and spoken unto them, they had not had sin, but now they have no cloak for their sin. He that hateth me hateth my Father also. So when you got the men on the highways and byways coming in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, which, alright, that's what the servants of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua are doing. Alright, then as it says here, if they hate them, then that means they hate Yahweh Shai. And if they hate Yahweh Shai, that means they hate his father Yahweh. So what does that mean? What does that mean? Let's go to the book of Proverbs. The book of Proverbs, chapter 8, verse 36. But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All that they hate me love death. So all of those that hate Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua's men, they hate Yahweh Shai, they hate Yahweh, they love death. And there's no other way to put it. Alright? But so just to balance this lesson out, man, those of you that believe, man, alright, throw up them prayers to keep that spirit upon you, because you don't want to be shut out of the camp, man. Alright? You don't want to be shut out from receiving salvation. You understand? You as a believer, you don't want to taste that second death, right? So therefore, continue to throw up them prayers. Alright? So let's read a little. It's Proverbs 8 and verse 35, or verse 35. For whoso findeth me findeth life. Right? Because this is the book of life, ain't it? This is the book of life. Alright? Anything outside of it is like the Quran, the Egyptian book of the dead. Those are books of death. This is the book of life right here. Alright? For whoso findeth me findeth life, and shall obtain favor of the Lord. So you will receive salvation, alright, being a true believer, believing in spirit and in truth. Let me see if I could grab. See, right here, right away, John 4 and 24. I'll probably wrap it up on here. Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. All right.